Welcome back to My Helmet, part 2 of riding by direction. And we have something special for you guys. We are going to be riding the most epic road in all of America, the best motorcycle road in the world. It's what we call a high consequence road. So this is a perfect place to demonstrate the technique, which is we make decisions based on speed and direction, not by road sequence. When we use the front brake and slow, the bike wants to slow down and turn. Maintenance throttle, neutral throttle, steady throttle. The radius of the corner stays the same. And then acceleration. My favorite part and yours. The motorcycle stops turning and wants to run wide. So, on this high consequence, beautiful road, we didn't think we were going to be able to do this today. It was going to rain all day. But look at it now. And let's tip in to ride by direction and check out that view. Here we go. In we go. Now the fun begins. All right. The front brake makes the bike slow and want to turn. Maintenance throttle and acceleration. Now check out this corner. Oh my goodness, do not get this wrong. Is that the most epic turn you have ever seen? All right, we slow, maintenance, and acceleration. You may also notice that we adjusted the markings on the hand. The tape now aligns to where the throttle starts accelerating. And the mark on the brake is where the brake begins braking. We never overlap throttle and brake, especially when the speeds are up or the grip is down. We use one or the other, never both together. Unless we're talking about the rear brake, then yes, we can overlap the rear brake. All right, we are behind Le Chateau. Apparently he's turning off at a very rapid pace. All right, into this blind corner, down the hill, back up to pace. And just look at that view. That is not a Florida view right there. All right, here we go. We're a nice, gentle, sweeping corner. Not a lot matters here. We have lots of grip. We're going to slow. It's blind. I can't see. Maintenance and acceleration. All right. And we slow. Maintenance. I'm pretty happy here. I'm happy with where the bike's pointed. I'm at maintenance throttle. All right. Now I can see my exit and takeaway lean angle. I'm going to start adding a little bit of gas. Nice, right? Did that feel good? All right. We're slowing in. Another blind corner, maintenance throttle. Can't really see my exit, so I'm just hanging out here. Oh, there's my exit, so accelerate, take away lean. For those of you who don't think blind corners exist, come hang out with us out here in the West. They're almost all blind. Look at that view. Like, you can't buy that for $1. Not bad at all. All right, here we're going into a gorgeous set of bends. Slow, a little bit of throttle, or a little bit of brake pressure, I'm sorry. Maintenance throttle, take away lean angle and accelerate. On the brake, maintenance, gentle acceleration. I can't really see where it's going, over that hill like that. I'm always covering the brake. I am always ready to return to the brake at a moment's notice. We go to the brakes when we're nervous, right? We are not required to be on the gas as the corner starts, and we're not required to be on the brake until we get to the apex of the corner. We make decisions based on speed and direction, and that is all hugely variable based on what we are doing, where we are in our lane, what variations we're dealing with in that moment in time. We want this really adaptable process because nature never repeats itself. Oh, that felt really good. All right, slowing. Kind of maintenance. Looks like it's gonna get tighter again. Can't really tell for sure. We'll just hang out here at maintenance throttle. Oh, there's my exit. Let's go. Boy, you just couldn't ask for a better day than this. Thanks for joining me on this amazing ride. If you ever want to ride this road, it's called Utah Highway 12 near Boulder, Utah. Slowing into this corner. Doesn't that feel good? Still slowing. Maintenance. Accelerate out. Check out this corner. I like it. On the brakes. A little bit of rear. Braking more. This one's tighter than I thought. I'm still braking. On the brakes. A little bit of maintenance. Now I'm accelerating. Slow. Maintenance. Accelerate. Accelerate's still my favorite part. Slow. A little closer to the white line than I want it to be, but that's all right. Maintenance. A little bit of acceleration. This is an amazing hike. If you're ever in the area, stop, go on that hike. There's a great, awesome waterfall at the end in the middle of a semicircle in the rocks. All right. Slow. Maintenance. More maintenance. A little bit of acceleration. We got slow again. Still slowing. Maintenance. A little bit of gas. Slow. Maintenance. Acceleration. Right? This is a game-changing technique, my friends. We get to do what we need to do in the moment. We're not locked in to a process. Processes are fine for learning at the very beginning stages, but as we advance as riders, we need to advance our techniques. Love this little section through here, through the rocks. Like, look at that. Oh, that's so good. Maintenance throttle, acceleration, brake, a little bit of tip in, still on the brakes, to maintenance. There's my exit. Brake, maintenance, back to the brakes, maintenance, acceleration. Isn't that fun? Just gonna do that all day long. Here we go, up and over and down. This one's nice and tight. Look how tight that is. Oh yeah. Acceleration up the hill. Wahoo! They just repaved this road a couple years ago. You should have seen it before. It was terrible. This is better. Going uphill is always easier because gravity is kind of helping manage our speed, as I slipped in a little downshift there. To the brakes. Get my turn. Get my direction. Accelerate up the hill. Past the Kiva Coffee House. Great cup of coffee. I feel like a tour guide. All right, slowing in. Maintenance. Acceleration. Now, a lot of people think an apex is the middle of the corner, which is true. But in the context of motorcycles, apexes are where we put them. The apex is where we're closest to the inside of the turn. And it's merely a report card of how well we did in the corner. It's not a requirement. Maintenance, acceleration. See, that's my apex right there. See how that all kind of worked out really nice? A little bit of brake, just to kind of set my speed. Look at this. Up the hill is easy. Just went into maintenance. Didn't even really use the brake on that one. But I was happy with my speed and direction. All right, now we got a straight bit here for a minute before we get to the next good part. And hope you're having fun. A fun fact about this road, this is actually where they filmed the Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons. They were filmed in this area. Not many people know that. All right, we're gonna pause out for this straight bit because who cares? And we're back. Straight bit dispatched. And I don't know if you can see in the camera what the road's gonna be doing here in a minute. Look at that, up the side of the mountain. Down into these corners. Have you ever seen a more beautiful sight? Like I said, it's where they filmed the Coyote and Roadrunner. Into this nice downhill corner. Oh, I just love it. On the brakes, a downshift. Right there, still on the brakes. Maintenance and acceleration. On the brakes, even on the uphill. Still braking. See how tight that got? Now we're to maintenance. Staying at maintenance. Acceleration. All right, this one probably maintenance all the way through. Oh, got a little tighter. Look at that. I had to add more lean. I'm not at the limit, so that's fine. Bit of acceleration through some whoopity-doopities. Yippee. Look at that pretty view, man. Just ride this all day. Well, as it turns out, I actually have been riding this all day. All right, into this nice uphill turn. Downshift, braking, slowing, maintenance. Maintenance. There's my exit. The acceleration. Here we go. Slowing. Still slowing. I'm at maintenance. This is a long corner. Long corner. All right. Take away lean and accelerate. Oh, that was so much fun. All right, here we go into the next one. Downshift, a little bit of braking, maintenance, I'm at maintenance, acceleration. We're gonna catch up with this pickup truck here. Trail braking, up the hill, maintenance, throttle. Oh, he turned off, how perfect is that? And acceleration. We're gonna go slow on this little uphill so we don't catch up to that car, because we only got a couple good turns left and we wanna make sure we can enjoy them. So, we'll trundle. Just kind of like check out the view. All right, here comes the corner. Let's get back up to pace. All right, and to the brake. Settle the front. Maintenance. Maintenance. Going a little slower than I would like to go, but that's okay. Acceleration. I think we're still going to catch that car. All right, and slow. This is a nice gentle corner. Let's hope the car wants to check out the epic view. Come on, car, you want to see it. You want to look at that view. Let's be slow. Oh, he wants to. Oh, but he's not gonna. All right, we'll just... Right, into the next corner. Up the hill. Nice, gentle, sweeping corner. We're at maintenance the whole way. Never really committing until I can see my exit. And there we go, guys. Ride by direction. Make decisions based on speed and direction. If you want to make the circle smaller, we slow. If we want to keep the circle the same radius, maintenance. And if we're done turning, then we get to accelerate. We get to turn to go fast enough and have some fun. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you learned something. Hope you had fun on this most epic of roads. Ride on and ride well.